Hey everyone,
Hello.
and welcome to my channel. My sister-in-law Darlene, a peek inside, I will link her below, just did the movies take, and it looked like fun, so I thought, why not? I'll do it too. And Dan was like, what are you doing? And he jumped on. So
Of course.
this is the movies tag
With both of us.
couples version. So, first question is favorite movie of all time.
You go ahead.
I have three. I know. I have to break the rules.
Of course.
Dirty Dancing, You've Got Mail, and To Kill a Mockingbird.
For me, it's Star Trek II, The Wrath of Khan, and The Last Starfighter. Cheesy movie from the 80s. But
Question number 2. Favorite scene from that movie? Okay, well for me, for Dirty Dancing, I think my favorite scene is everybody's favorite scene. I kind of have two, actually. See, I gotta be difficult. The main one is obviously the final dance. But I do really like the scene with her when she is confronted, or she confronts her father. It's just beautiful scenery, and it's just a perfect, I don't know, as a young girl watching that, I don't know, that always stuck in my head. And then You've Got Mail, my favorite scene is near the end of the movie, right when, if you haven't seen it, I don't want to say too much, but they become friends, and then she really wants him to be like this online love, and I just love the connection between them.
What about the other two? What To Kill a Mockingbird? Do you remember that?
I don't know that I have a favorite scene in that movie.
It's just, they're all time.
Yeah, it's just a timeless classic.
The Last Starfighter, it's kind of a kid's version of like just adventure and fun and against all odds. I think my favorite scene from it is the main character and his pilot are approaching the enemy, and they're the only ones left, and he's like, wait a minute, and the main character's like, wait a minute, it's you, me, against the entire armada. He says, so I'll have it all figured out once we reach the frontier. All of a sudden, an alarm goes off. He's like, what's that? The frontier.
You should also speak a little louder. I just thought of that.
Okay, cool.
Oh, sorry.
Oh, and Wrath of Khan, it's pretty much a classic science fiction. I like where Ricardo Montalban paraphrases Moby Dick in regards to Captain Kirk, so it's awesome.
Hopefully there's some,
Yeah. People that recognize, that realize what I'm talking about.
Okay. Third question. Favorite actors / actresses? So I said Tom Hanks. I love Tom Hanks. I would marry Tom Hanks. I just love Tom Hanks. And for actress, I mean, I have a lot, but right now I'm really liking Melissa McCarthy. And not because she's overweight, or I should say was overweight, just because she's so flippin' hilarious. She doesn't take herself seriously, and, you know, yeah.
For me, it's Harrison Ford and Charlton Heston. They're both like action heroes, and I like the big epics from the 50s and the 60s, and Indiana Jones and Star Wars. So Harrison Ford is just an awesome modern actor.
So question 4, most annoying actor and actress. For me, this was probably one of the easiest questions. Will Ferrell and Anna Gasteyer, I think is how you say it.
Yeah.
Both SNL. I'm not an SNL fan. Will Ferrell, there's one movie, and it's Elf. And my niece Kylie actually, we watched it with her when she stayed over quite a while ago. But I actually enjoyed that. It was a cute movie. It was fun.
Yeah.
But generally, not a fan of his.
Yeah. For me, it would have to be Adam Sandler and Dakota Fanning. Uh, Dakota Fanning, just because I don't know, she's just irritating. But Adam Sandler, I think the only movie of his I've really liked was Click. It was okay, but just generally not a fan. I mean, I just no.
Question 5 is best director. I said Spielberg. I'm sorry to say I don't usually pay too much attention to directors.
Wes Craven.
Was he a director or?
Yes, he was a director.
Okay, so there.
Director, producer, whatever.
I loved Wes Craven. Rest in peace. But
yeah, he'd count.
Yeah. Okay. Well, then that's what I would say for sure.
For me, it would be a couple of the greats: Cecil B. DeMille, Alfred Hitchcock, and of course Steven Spielberg. He's just like our modern epic director.
Yeah. Question 6. Favorite guilty pleasure film? I have 2.
We're breaking the rules again.
I know. Center Stage. I don't think that's a very popular movie. It's an older movie, and it is about basically students of a ballet academy, and there's drama, there's love, there's hate, there's dancing. I don't know. It's one of those movies I just love. I love choreographed dancing. I don't know. But that's definitely a guilty pleasure. And, of course, the Twilight series. I know. Yeah. The older I get... There's lightning outside. The older I get and watch these movies, I laugh more, but yeah, it's definitely a guilty pleasure.
For me, it would be Attack of the Killer Tomatoes and pretty much any B movie. Just like the really terrible ones from the 50s. They're so bad, they're good. Yeah.
Question 7. Favorite tearjerker? I have tons of favorite tearjerkers, but I didn't break the rules. I went with one, and it's Beaches. That movie kills me every single time. I have a friend that I grew up with. I met her when I was 5 years old. We're still friends to this day. We've been through boyfriends, husbands. We've both lost parents. And, we don't talk every day. And, but when we do talk, it's like no time has passed. And she will be my best friend. Like my oldest, dearest friend forever. No question. So every time I watch Beaches, I think of it because it's that parallel, right? And just the mere thought of, something happening to her. So I bawl like a baby.
For me, really cheesy one is Dragonheart.
I've never seen that.
It has Sean Connery as the voice of a dragon. The dragon sacrifices himself at the end. I don't know why, but it just kind of...
Well, I wouldn't like that.
Yeah.
Number 8. Character from a movie that scared you the most.
Demonic Bleep. I'm just reading here.
Yeah, I like the things you can't see. Like Paranormal Activity. I love the Paranormal Activities, things like that, where it's a demonic spirit, or just spirits in general. Things are moving, and that scares the poop out of me.
So like Poltergeist.
Yeah. I want to apologize. There is a little chihuahua walking across the table and shaking the camera, so sorry about that.
Yeah. For me, it's The Grudge. I know that was the first movie we saw together.
It was.
I also find it creepy as hell. Just the sound that the main dead girl makes.
Please reenact.
Like
There
it's
you
just
go.
she can't talk because her throat's been crushed. So, yeah.
Okay.
She's kind of
Number 9. Movie you love that everyone hates. I went with Twilight. You? What did you go with?
I went with Sky Captain and the World of Tomorrow. It got panned by critics, but I thought it was awesome.
I think that's enough said. What are we on? 10?
Yeah.
Movie you hate that everyone loves. I said Sleepless in Seattle.
Blasphemy.
Movie bugs me. It bugs me. Bugs me. I don't know why. Because it's Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan, who I love.
But you just can't stand
But for the love of God, that movie, I just, yeah.
For me, it's A Night at the Roxbury. I just can't stand it. I still want
that.
Yeah, I still want the hour and a half that I wasted watching it back.
Okay, number 11. Favorite movie duo. I think I just said that. Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. They have such a chemistry together. It's, I don't even know how to explain it. If you guys have ever seen, like, You've Got Mail, you know, like, they just have this amazing chemistry together, and, yeah, I just love them.
For me, I went kind of a different angle because I couldn't think of any real actor team. So I went with Steven Spielberg and John Williams. Spielberg is an awesome director, and John Williams is like the god of soundtracks. So I love his music, and pretty much everything that he's done for Spielberg movies has been amazing. So that was the duo that I went with.
So number 12 is favorite animated movie. I went classic, Cinderella. My niece Ainsley refers to her as Princess Sparkle, which is so cute. But I've always loved Cinderella. I haven't seen the live action one yet.
If you have, comment below.
Yeah, let me know if it's good. But I love Cinderella. I don't know. I sometimes feel like Cinderella. Yeah, but I do want to see The Secret Life of Pets.
Yes, that looks
I'm
hilarious.
hoping to go see that with my sister and my niece Kylie because it just looks awesome. But yeah, so Cinderella right now.
For me, it's The Lion King. It was just one of the first Disney movies that completely blew me away. Plus, I remember when I was on good terms with my sister, taking her to see it at the IMAX. Seeing it on that screen was amazing.
Yeah, that'd be cool.
So, and just the music with it and everything else. I mean, who doesn't love Elton John?
Yeah. Exactly.
So, no, The Lion and James Earl Jones. Come on,
Yeah.
that's a classic.
We are on 13. Actor or actress crush. I have no actress crushes, but actor, I said Joshua Jackson and Matthew McConaughey.
I think all the women will agree with you on that one.
And you know what's funny? It's for two totally different reasons. Matthew McConaughey is a babe, and oh my gosh, have you seen those abs? And Joshua Jackson is just, he's so real. I don't even know.
Yeah.
He's most known for Pacey on Dawson's Creek. He's also in The Affair. It's a show called The Affair, but I just love him. He feels real, and like you could really connect with him.
Yeah.
So yeah.
For me, it would be Liv Tyler and her sister Mia. Jennifer Lawrence. I don't know why, but she looks, for the same reason that Jen said about Joshua Jackson. She seems a lot more real than other. Yeah.
14, favorite movie villain. I said Meryl Streep in A Devil Wears Prada. If you guys have seen the movie, you know exactly what I'm talking about. She's awesome. Brenda Priestley is her name in the movie, and she's just awesome.
Yeah.
Like, you just want to hate her, but it's Meryl Streep, so you can't hate her. And it's just like, yeah.
For me, I'm going to break the rules this time. I have three. Jack Nicholson as the Joker. Uh, and Ricardo Montalban as Khan in Star Trek Wrath of Khan. He's like the classic movie villain. Just... yeah. And last one, Bruce the Shark from Jaws.
Okay, 15. What movie surprised you the most? This is a big one for me.
We both had the same...
We both had the same movie. I recently watched American Sniper. Now, typically, I don't like to watch movies like this. Like movies that, that involve wars and things like that. For many reasons, mostly because my brother is in the military, and he has been to war-torn countries. Now, obviously, I can't say he's been in anything like this. I don't know that I even really want to know. Like, that's what he, that's his life, and that's fine. But I wanted to watch this for some reason, and I wasn't sure why, but I thought, I'll start it, see how I feel. Because I don't want to think of my brother in this situation, obviously.
Yeah.
And this movie is actually, it's based on, like, a true, I don't know if it's like a true story, but it's a real person.
Yeah.
Who tragically lost their life because of another soldier suffering from PTSD. And, the movie surprised me. I figured if anything, I'll see a nice, good movie, maybe.
Yeah.
But it was emotional, and it was powerful, and...
It deals a lot with the whole depression, PTSD.
Yeah, I liked how it focused on when they come home, and, what can happen, and how hard it is on a marriage, and, yeah, so I enjoyed it. I was crying at the end. Like, it's obviously, if you know the story, it's a very sad ending, but, if anything, hopefully some more awareness comes to PTSD for soldiers and things like that. And yeah, you had the same one.
Yeah.
So 16, if you could only keep one movie, what would it be? Dirty Dancing.
The Last Starfighter.
17, movie recommendation and for whom? Mine was What to Expect When You're Expecting. And the reason that I picked that one, and for whom, I would say pretty much anybody, my family, my friends. Some of it's kind of cliche and stupid, but...
Magical baby-making unicorn.
Yeah, the overall idea of it is amazing, and more specifically... J-Lo is in it, Jennifer Lopez, and her character and her husband and what they go through is us.
Yeah.
To a T. Even the whole adopting, the husband is very scared, very unsure. So I like it because it opens people's eyes to certain situations, Some people get pregnant like that. Other people have to really try at it. Some people can't do it at all. And what do they do?
Yeah.
What avenues do they pursue? And how do those things affect them? So, yeah.
For me, I again went with The Last Starfighter. I don't know why. The movie just sticks with me.
Question 18. If you could go back in time and marry an actor or actress from back when, now old, who would it be? I don't want to say mine.
Yeah, she knew off the bat and didn't want to say it.
Andy Griffith.
You're going to get a lot of comments on that one.
Probably. I'm a Matlock girl. I have seen every episode of Matlock. I've seen every movie of Matlock. I have seen everything. I love Matlock. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. Love it. And I love it because of Andy Griffith. And it's funny because as a child, watching this, my dad and I would watch Matlock together. And he was convinced that I was going to be a lawyer. Yep.
My grandfather always told me I should be a lawyer. I have a knack for arguing.
Yes, he does.
You're
and
wrong.
yours? What?
I said you're wrong.
Am I?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
One that popped into my mind was Betty Hutton, older actress from a lot of the older movies. Greatest Show on Earth.
Mm.
So yeah, just classic Hollywood.
Good. 19. One remake you wish had never been made.
Just one?
I went with Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
Yeah.
I actually saw that movie in theaters with an ex.
The original would be cool to see in theaters. The original was an awesome movie. I haven't seen the remake. Don't want to see the remake.
I didn't like it at all. Not even a little bit.
Uh,
But I had good company at the time.
For me, I said A Nightmare on Elm Street. Just, you can't. How can you outdo Wes Craven and Robert Englund? I can't remember if he was involved, if Wes Craven was involved in the original one, but yeah.
So number 20, you're about to die, but could only watch one more movie. What would it be?
It's kind of morbid.
Dirty Dancing.
The Last Starfighter. Do you notice a trend here for the last movie, only movie?
21, favorite movie genre, favorite movie from that genre. So I love horror movies, scare the pants off you movies, but I also love me some romance. So for horror, I love Saw. I know, it's kind of gruesome. The Conjuring, movies like that, Paranormal Activity. Romance, obviously, Dirty Dancing, You've Got Mail, movies like that.
For me, I like fantasy, science fiction, so that goes in with the whole Wrath of Khan thing, Last Starfighter, Star Wars, and I also like action movies like Raiders of the Lost Ark, Harrison Ford, in both Star Wars and Raiders, so there you go. So yeah, I like the more action movies, but I think I've seen more chick flicks than I care to admit.
You can't say no to me.
I can't. They're actually pretty good, but I wouldn't go out and watch them. But
22. What's the first movie you remember watching in theaters? For me, it's kind of sentimental. I'm pretty sure this isn't the first movie I ever saw, but it's the first one I actually remember, and it is My Girl. And I was taken there to see it by Steven, my big brother. And I remember, and I must have been a little bit older, because for those of you who have seen the movie, it's basically about a girl kind of maturing, you know, kind of growing up a little bit. And my brother was pain in my butt. Every time the whole, you know, monthly visitor thing came up in the movie, I'd be getting from him. But I remember that, and I remember I was so excited that my big brother was taking me to see a movie, and it's one of those things I will always remember. So, love you, Steven.
for me, I remember seeing E.T. in theaters. I remember one of my friends hiding underneath the seat when he like comes out of the closet and screams, and he screamed, and so yeah. And Ghostbusters, I remember seeing that at the drive-in.
Mm.
And once the first ghost came, same friend, hid under a blanket for the rest of the movie.
Maybe he should stay away from those movies.
Probably.
Yeah. That's it.
That's the movie tag.
That is the movie tag. Couple edition. I'm not going to tag anybody in particular, but if you want to do this tag and you do it, Let me know down below, comment. I'm going to link my sister-in-law, Darlene, A Peek Inside. She's done it. She's actually recommended a movie for me, so I'm actually going to go see if I can find it so that I can watch it this weekend. Thank you so much for watching. I brought Dan, guys. I know how much you guys like him. I don't know why.
Neither do I.
I'm kidding.
I really don't.
He's cute. Well, thank you for watching.
Bye.
Comment below, subscribe, like. Thank you, guys.
Bye.